I now give the floor to the representative of the Russian Federation.
Спасибо, господин председатель.
Thank you, Mr. President. We wish to thank the Deputy Special Coordinator for the Middle East process, Madam Lynn Hastings, for the information on the situation in the Middle East, including the Palestinian question. Once again, it behooves us to note that the fact that the Palestinian-Israeli conflict remains unresolved, that this has triggered frequent outbreaks of violence on occupied Palestinian territories, and this undermines the basis for regional and international security. The stagnation in the peace process, compounded by provocative, one-sided measures, is liable at any point to cause the situation in the conflict to result in a conflagration. We are particularly troubled by the incoming reports, that Israeli settlements and the expansion continues to entrench occupation on the west bank of the Jordan River. And there continue to be attempts to create outposts which are illegitimate even under Israeli legislation. Against the backdrop of impunity for crimes against the Palestinian people, the number of acts of violence continues to grow steadily. Over the past month, at least 4 Palestinian civilians were killed, more than 50 were wounded. In Masafer Yatta, more than 1,200 Palestinians continue to face the threat of forced evictions and confiscation of their property. In parallel, there are ongoing arbitrary arrests targeting Palestinians, as well as indiscriminate use of force by the Israeli armed forces. And women and children are often the victims of these crimes. Also telling is the murder of the Al Jazeera correspondent, Madam Abu Akla, on 11 May in Jenin. Based on the conclusions of a number of experts, as well as OHCHR on 24 July, reached following the investigation into the tragic incident, the shots fired which killed the journalist and wounded her colleague originated with Israeli security forces. Mr. President, once again, we underscore the need to step up efforts to shore up international consensus on Palestinian-Israeli settlement on the basis of the principle of a two-state solution, the existing international framework, including General Assembly and Security Council resolutions, as well as the Arab Peace Initiative. We consistently advocate the relaunch of direct Palestinian-Israeli negotiations, the result of which should be the creation of an independent Palestinian state with East Jerusalem as its capital in a manner that reflects the concerns of Israelis vis-à-vis national security. We believe that there's a need to step up multilateral efforts, including in the format of the Middle East Quartet of international mediators. In this connection, we would reiterate our focus on cooperation with partners under the Quartet, geared towards enhancing the effectiveness of work of this Security Council-approved body. At the same time, we wish to note the importance of coordination between international mediators with regional partners. This is the focus of Russia's initiative to carry out an expanded ministerial meeting of the Middle East Quartet with key members of the League of Arab States. Unfortunately, this is an issue that remains unresolved due to unwillingness and the lack of a constructive approach shown by the United States vis-à-vis the resumption of the activities of the Quartet. A sustained and long-term progress for the peace process is impossible absent inter-Palestinian unity on the basis of the Palestinian Liberation Organization and the conduct of elections. In this connection, we support the relevant initiatives of Egypt and the Algiers plans to carry out another round of negotiations between Fatah and Hamas representatives. What remain in force is our proposal to tap into the potential of the Moscow platform. We attribute great significance to the provision of comprehensive humanitarian assistance to Palestinians in the West Bank of the Jordan River, as well as the Gaza Strip, as well as refugees in neighboring Arab states. In this connection, we support the activities of UNRWA, which is a key agency for the support of Palestinians in need. To conclude, we wish once again to underscore that the Russian Federation will continue to focus efforts on coordination of joint initiatives to revive the Middle East process for a fair solution to the Palestinian issues. As practice has shown, attempts to monopolize this and to impose on the Palestinian people economic measures in exchange for justly meeting their legitimate aspirations for the creation of their own independent state have not, are not, and will not yield tangible results. Thank you for your attention.
I thank the representative of the Russian Federation for his statement.